Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the game. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Georgia's offense is on the field for the first time today. There will be some clean, old-fashioned hate on display in this one, guys.
How cool is that, by the way? That's the name of the rivalry. It comes up, clean, old-fashioned hate. You think they like each other? Absolutely not. Bragging rights all through the state of Georgia.
Give to the single back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Trucks through the defender. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Georgia! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Both of these defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go sideline to sideline, and they will make plays all over the field.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and souls of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
They're working that left side. They get him down after he makes the catch. The rambling wreck got to the finish line in the nick of time and beat the Dogs in a close one the last time they saw them.
And man, have they had a blast in the Peach State. Bragging rights for an entire...
And they got him for the sack.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and the coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Toggle. And the returner could find no daylight. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And those hairy Dogs taking a bite out of another 1st down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
Fires to the right. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
The rambling wreck offense rolls back. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Leaves it with the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's long. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And the Yellow Jackets get enough for the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I know we talk about quarterbacks and running backs and receivers when we're talking about the Heisman Trophy, but how can you not have this guy in New York City? That's now his 20th sack of the year. He has been simply unstoppable.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way. Look at the big fella roll. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense with the scoop and score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Really confident. Catch there, big pickup, and they have a first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in this...
First down.
But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the... why they've built a lead.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Tuggle. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Raiola. He's got his man. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Dogs pick up the 1st down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his way.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Release to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
The Bulldogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires the pass. Intercepted. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they got it at the 38.
The safeties are using the quarterbacks in the defense. They're getting everybody lined up. They're coming down in the box and making big tackles, but they also do a great job at the back end with their coverage, breaking on the football, getting the big INT.
Single back formation, and they give it to him.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the boot, looking for his man. snagged on the outside. It's Lee. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Looking for space. It's Robinson. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 20. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the Dogs are on the move. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air. It's Raiola. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Sliding off the defender. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the... Space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
A first down run in the red zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Quickly to the tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He'll loft one deep down the left side. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Fires to the middle. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch called for and made. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, from Athens to Atlanta, there are some edgy folks and emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Dogs and Yellow Jackets. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's long. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He makes the catch. He'll work his way down to the 28.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
And the Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw it again. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll try the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The running back has it. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Going with the ground game left. Steamrolls his way ahead. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Your little fast guys, the defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Got his man on the right.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their 3rd sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Ball in the air, intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2, his quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Got it behind the line. It's Maddox. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Going to take a shot. Got it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And how about this play by the offense? 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Georgia Tech, 21.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They go to the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Georgia Tech, 21.
As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to ride this running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Here they come on second down, trying to put this game away. The hand to the running back. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He'll come out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Tuggle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 30. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he got loose, it was all over. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. It's Donald. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field. Rally to make...
He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Georgia Tactical, 28.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Pulls his way forward. That's what you expect from a senior.
Receiver.
Give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Georgia sends out the punt team.
Number 11 in punt formation to kick it away.
Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
This one's complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's long. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll... Into the end zone he goes! Touchdown, Georgia! That might be the proverbial fourth-quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down 1 score, gotta have it right now. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Looking to pass, it's Raiola. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this is